Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Infinite Lives and Games podcast. I'm your host, Victor Diaz, also known by my gamer tag as Seth Infinite. Now, if you might have realized already, this show is starting off just a little different. We are officially at a studio, at a podcast recording studio. This episode is going to have a lot of firsts. This is the first time you're going to see me on camera on the YouTube. Make sure to follow the YouTube. I'm going to have all the links at the end of this episode, but I am super excited today, guys. Today, like I said, is the first of many. We're going to introduce the new season of the Infinite Lives and Games podcast, season 4. And I'm excited because this season, I want to talk more about lives. You know, the games are still going to be a center point, but we are going to focus more on the lives of these individuals. And the games will be kind of like, you know, the add-ons, the cherry on top to the cake, you know. So we're going to be talking about cosplay. We're going to be talking about building a card game from the ground up. You know, what goes into building a card game and the people behind this awesome new card game. I'm going to be hosting shows in different places, this being one of them. Hopefully this could be the home of the Infinite Lives and Games podcast. My guest over here, you know, he's happy, but I don't want to get too much into the details of the new season. There's going to be a separate video and podcast episode for that. Today, I'm going to focus on my awesome new guest. I'm super excited because I only met him like a month ago, I think. And I don't know much about him, but I feel like this conversation is going to shed some light on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be super casual. And without further ado, let's introduce today's guest, Ben Castro.
Hey, what is up, man? Thank you so much. What a great intro. I'm excited for you.
Oh my God.
I'm so excited, man.
Thank you, man.
This is great. I mean, I love the setup. You got the games. We got the great logo too.
Dude, this is awesome. I feel official. I got my notes.
I know. You're like, this is the first time you're on camera. I'm like, Victor, you gotta always be on camera, man. This is awesome. So I cannot wait to dive into this
Dude,
conversation.
I can't wait either. You have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of experience on your belt. And this is what the show is about bringing that stuff up to the forefront. Also inspiring people. You have a great backstory, musical profession, podcasting. I mean, look at this place. If there could be like a 360 of like to see the whole place, I would love to do that. But, of course, we're also going to be talking about games today.
Yeah.
So, you know, get into your gaming knowledge and stuff like that. Not to test you or anything, just to get a background.
Of course. No, I'm excited. I mean, I grew up playing games. Like, I'm a huge board game player with my family. We do a bunch of board games and stuff like that. And I did get into I'm a video gamer. I play video games. I know there's some people that play video games.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then there's some people that, you know, play video games. So I would say I'm more so of a player. Like, there's some stories that I get into the storyline and I love it. I just, it takes a lot of time, man. There's some games that take so much time to play. And like, I don't know, there's that whole backstory and waiting. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. This is cool because you did mention to me in some conversations about with your family and stuff, like with your mom playing board games, and I want to get into that. My first question to you is, you know, one of the things that struck me in one of our conversations is about you watching your older brother play video games. I am the older brother in my family, so my siblings watched me play. You know, specifically my younger brother. Till this day, he still watches me play my games. And so I was curious to kind of get the other end of that.
Yeah.
You know, being the younger brother, watching your older brother, and how did it affect you, you know, into your gaming career, like playing games, and also like, you know, into adulthood, like as a childhood, watching your older brother do things?
You know, it's actually really cool that you're asking me this because I feel like I learned lessons with this.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I definitely felt like, listen, I will say my brother and I didn't have like the best relationship. You know, I wish there was that like older brother, like, so excited that I have a younger brother. Let me teach him all this stuff. Now, it didn't go that way. But I will say that the times that I sat and watched my brother, he didn't really like playing with me. He more so just wanted me to watch, or I would just kind of invite myself down and watch. But I was able to take that out of the box look at things. And it kind of also like worked with life in general. Like I was sitting there watching him lose because he kept doing a same combo or something, or he wasn't actually focusing on the pattern that mattered of the boss. You know, he was more focused on different things, or got to get the health or whatever. And it was like, oh, but if you just timed it perfectly to dodge that, you would get extra health because, you know, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But there was just so many times where I was watching him, you know, fail over and over. And maybe there was a couple times where he would give up and he'd go to the bathroom and I'd go and I'd play it and I'd beat it and he'd come back and he'd actually, you know, beat the crap out of me.
Dang.
You know, like, what? Dude, I'm like, you weren't doing this and this. Kingdom Hearts, I remember. That was it. Kingdom Hearts. That was the game. But it, like, again, that made me take that outside of approach. So in life, like, there's all these times where you are in the thick of it, right? But if you were to just say, let me take a deep breath, step out and oversee everything, it gives you a little bit of a better perspective.
Broader
Exactly.
perspective on things in life. I love that.
Yeah.
Man, was that a clip? That was a clip.
That could definitely be a clip.
Yeah. I really appreciate that. And again, this is what this show is about bringing that stuff out from the gaming side, you know. And like I said in the beginning, I was on the other end. So while I didn't get mad at my brother, I did actually get jealous of him because my brother is actually better than me in video games, my little brother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he really is. Like, we play a lot of stuff, but he just gets it faster, you know? And I don't know if it's a younger generation thing.
Might also be, or it might just be that we watched you guys. Like, I'm serious. I think that is a huge thing. Is like, I'm watching you make the mistakes.
Yeah.
And I see it. I see, okay, hey, no, you got to do this. You got to do this. And then it just allows you to, like, you're training your mind before you're even getting ahead of it, right? You're able to, like, almost like vision, like, oh, okay. And that's how I really do think, because I think I'm pretty good at video games.
Dude,
like,
you mentioned something really important there, because I always thought that my brother was faster than me in games. Like, I'm like, how does he just get it so fast? And you brought up a good point, because he's always watching my mistakes. He's always watching other players and their mistakes and how they're maneuvering, and he goes, oh, well, if you're not supposed to do that, let me just do this.
Yep.
That's how you beat the boss. And this is so,
because it's faster. You've already done the trial and error by watching. You've done the trial and error, right? You have done, and now I'm just reaping the reward of being like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Oh, okay, I can do this.
Perfect. And so I love this. So how did that transition into, like, your life in general? You know, like growing up in school with your friends, like.
Yeah, I mean, it really kind of developed in that, like I said, that different approach where you're letting things happen and then you kind of can step out and see a little bit. You know, there's also more, I mean, you make friends off of video games, right? If you're good at video games, people want you on your team, right? So, like, that is another thing, is like, if we're playing zombies or we're doing some COD or something like that, and, you know, you want to be, it's like a sports team. You want to be picked. Oh, yeah, I'm going to play Search and Destroy with Ben because he's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like, you wouldn't want to play Search and Destroy with, you know, I mean, hopefully you would, because I've learned that it doesn't matter if you're, I'm the guy that likes to just have, like, a group full of good people playing. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, it helps the team if you're good, but it also,
100%,
you know, but at the same time, it definitely, there are so many life lessons with just learning that. It's like, you know, think about stepping outside of the box, being able to look at a different perspective, being able to, you know, not follow the same trend that everything is following, right? Like in Mario Kart, right? You're following that same road that everybody is, but if you do find those different routes, those different back doors, you're going outside of the box, right? You're going outside of what the track is, and you're able to then get ahead a little bit. So, you know, it kind of works in life.
Damn, man. We could go in so many directions with this conversation. We could, literally. But I want to switch over, because you have a musical background, and I want to know, how did that musical background start? You know, when did you get into music? Did video games have an impact? Do you remember any music from any games that might have, you know, stuck in your head, like a jingle or something?
Yeah. Well, so I've been playing music since I was 4 years old. So music has been in my life forever. And I remember, my dad, he actually liked video games too. He's the one that like introduced me to like Galaga.
Ooh.
Man, I always forget this one, the digging one with the
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. Yeah, Dig Dug. Pac-Man, of course. But he introduced me to a lot of those games in the beginning because he also had this one amazing flight jet. He had like the joystick and everything. I remember it was so cool. And then there was a Star Wars one where you're flying X-Wings. Do you remember that one?
Was that like on the Atari? I have no idea.
No, it was on the computer, the PC. I remember it was like old school. But the music, I mean, I really enjoy when where it's either a movie, video game, whatever, they have good music. I think that's a huge important, role of either a video, whatever the case, because it, like you said, something sticks in your brain.
Yeah.
BioShock. I thought that old time songs, right?
Yeah,
those old, I like those. What was another one? The Spider-Mans, the old Spider-Mans, they had some pretty good soundtrack. Honestly, Horizon Zero Dawn, I think
the soundtrack on that is
think they have a great soundtrack.
Really good, yeah.
Very impactful. It makes those moments actually mean something. Like, I think it really, music adds a whole nother thing. And that's like a huge passion, I think, with me. I've been playing music my whole life, but to see the impact that music can do with movies, with video games, things like that. So
so it's about the impact.
I think so. I think if you have a video game with oh my gosh, what was Force Awakens?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that had a great soundtrack.
It did.
I was like, ooh, like just wherever you're going. I mean, even Ratchet and Clank. I used to play Ratchet and Clank all the time, and that I remember just the different sounds and things like that. It's cool to think about the jingles and things like you'll hear something, you'll be like, oh, that's from Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from like those different things. So I think that's really music is a huge, huge part of video games, movies, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think, and well said, bro. I think, music is just kind of like the language that everyone knows. Different types of music, but it always brings us together. It's just one important piece of life, and I think video games do a fantastic job of bringing that out. And you playing your musical instruments, or like even on a regular day, listening to something when you're driving and stuff, like it really just, it impacts us in ways that we don't even know. We could be listening to a soundtrack and then later on in our lives be amped up because of its impact on us. And I think it's super important to bring that out. When you are playing music, what goes through your mind of like entertaining people? Because video games entertain people. How do you entertain your people? Like, what like do you?
That's a really, really good question, because you'd be surprised. There is so much going on in this head all day long with, the podcast studio, with learning new songs, all this stuff. When I get behind that kit, I really like go into a different space. Like I close my eyes and I say, if I'm having a good time and I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I know everybody in that crowd's going to love it. Like they're going to feel that energy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where, I'll get nervous and I'm like, oh, this is good. This is because I'm feeling, but then I literally will say, dude, you're an incredible musician.
Let's go.
You're helping people relax. They're coming to do this because they want to enjoy some sounds, some vibrations, right? Basically. But if you also are doing it with a smile, having a great time, I think it also adds such an impact to it. So.
Yeah. The impact and like having people in the zone. Video games create stories, right? They create the experiences. How would you say you create stories through music? Like, do you have a scene at a bar and you're just like, this is what we're gonna do? Do you come in with a set playlist? Like, how does that work?
So yeah, we have a playlist, but this is a really good question, because I really like to jam. And jamming is different than listening to a cover or listening to, because as the drummer, I get
He's a drummer, ladies and gentlemen.
I get to control the entire mood, the entire sway. Like if you think of it, the guitars can play a riff. Yeah. And if I play a different beat, every single riff they do, it changes the entire feel of the song.
Wow. Yeah.
So I could be playing a jazz. I could be playing funk. I could be playing heavy metal, rock. All of those with the instruments still staying the same, consistent, right? So like the cool thing about drums and like the cool thing about sometimes getting in that zone is like I actually have the power to sway the audience however I please. It's almost like a control thing. Like I'm like, oh, you want to dance a little harder now? I got you. Oh, you want me to lay it back a little bit? You do a little halftime. Now you're actually really rocking. So I think it's really cool to be able to control a room with just like my hands, my movements.
That is dope. Yeah, because it's almost like, so do you read the room? Like sometimes like when they're like dancing.
Oh yeah, you can't end a song when everybody's on the dance floor and they're having a great time. You say, no, let's go. And that's the cool thing. You're like, I'm in the back going, all right, let's keep going. One more time. Back to the chorus, So it's like, it's cool. It's definitely a really, really powerful, but impactful.
Yeah, there you go. That word impactful, man. It's gonna be like the whole centerpiece.
I think so.
Yeah, bro. And again, I like that word control too. Controlling like the mood and the feel of the experience, which is what also video games do too. You walk into a dark corridor and it gets all low, and like moody, but then you're like in this epic battle and you're swinging, your spear, or like you're, killing demons in Doom, and you're just like banging out to this rock and rolling thing,
It's like, put on the heaviest thing right now because I'm killing some.
Let me just shred some things. And I love that. I literally feel the energy from you. Like when you were like moving and you were like, yeah, you want to groove? Like I literally felt the energy. And I just appreciate that. I think this is awesome. This is a lot of fun. My next question, you have your own podcast. This is so cool.
I do.
And like I said at the beginning of this episode, this dude has done so many things. We just scratched the surface here. All right. We got music, we got games, and now we got podcasts. Been there, done that, bro. Can we talk a little bit about your podcast? Like, what's about?
I would love to. So I recently found out why I created this. Like, I grew up, I didn't really watch as many cartoons as most kids. I watched travel shows. I watched like cooking shows, cooking network. Okay. I watched all of these like almost like documentaries on like people going somewhere, trying something, people doing this, and then getting invited somewhere else. And I'm like, man, wouldn't that be really cool? And I loved that. I always throw on different shows where I'm just seeing them travel, try different foods, going. And so I'm like, man, I wish I could be there and do that. And then I'm like, wait a second, my name's Ben. I could have been there and then done that. And then it kind of like folded, and I was like, or like created this, and I was like, wait, this is amazing. And so I love talking to people, and like, I've always had a passion of getting out there and putting myself, hey, how's it going? Being that vulnerable step, right? Yeah. Going out there. And so kind of this been there, done that is really like, one, I want you to come on the show and talk about who you are, but I also like want to know like the common ground, because a lot of people have done some things and they might have not done that, or whatever the case, but there is a common ground within people, right?
100%.
And so, you were on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out, Victor, for coming on the show. And like hearing about your story and learning about you, man, it was incredible. And it just showed me like, I would have never known that. And you never judge a book by a cover. It's true.
Yeah.
It's as you get older, you get wisdom, right? And you really do learn that some people had a phase. Some people had a phase and they decided to tattoo their entire face. And but they come to you and they say, "Oh, can I please trouble you for a bottle of water or something like that? Of course, you're not troubling me anything. So
meanwhile, he has all of these tattoos and piercings and like,
you're totally like, someone made a couple bad decisions, or you enjoy it, and you're just a person of you want to do tattoos, but you're still that kind, like whatever's on the outside doesn't matter what's on
100%.
Doesn't make what's on the inside. That's what I was trying to say.
We got it. You got it.
Anyways, I got it there eventually.
I appreciate that. And I like that you said the common ground thing, connecting people, finding that thing that brings us all together, be it music, right?
Yep.
Be it video games.
Yep.
Our stories, right? And food. And I truly believe that's what makes the human experience the human experience. Talking about our lives and like sharing stories, sharing music, sharing, the impacts we've had on people, and really kind of feeling that through the other person. Because like I just finished saying, I felt you on the stage. I haven't seen this guy on stage, by the way, but I felt him being on stage. I can't wait. We have to shout out his show and his band soon, but
appreciate that.
You get all the time at the end. But I really like that you brought that up, because I feel like that's also the mission. And one of the biggest reasons behind this show too is to connect people, is to bring out the stories. And I'm always saying it in every episode, but like when you put it like that, when you speak it, I'm like, yes, it's like that's what it's about.
No, I was gonna say I couldn't agree more, because you are creating a community, right? You're creating a network. You're creating people that also have gone through it, but also know that like they want to share their story, and they have a story to share, but they might not think anybody's listening. But the fact is, like, we all are.
Yeah.
Like, it's a community, right?
100%, man. I wanted to ask, because you've been in the background watching your brother play video games, right? And technically speaking, you're also in the back when you're playing the drums, but you have a very strong presence, as I learned here today, right? And are you ever often behind the podcast mic, like being interviewed? Because I see you interviewing everyone, anybody, everywhere on your show. But like, is this like one of the few times, like, how does it feel to be behind on the other side of the mic?
It's actually really cool. I mean, there's recently people have been like, Ben, wait, what? Because I do have a pretty crazy story. I mean, I don't usually open up and share what happened to me when I was younger, but I mean, it has definitely got me to where I am.
Man.
So I mean, the whole thing where you're like, yeah, his backstory.
Yeah.
And I really have a backstory, So like,
was that the perfect segue? Did you just alley-oop that to me so we can?
Kind of did. I kind of did. Well, you kind of set me up, so I had to make sure I had to like.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't have to, we could skip over it. But if you want to, I'd be more than happy to listen, and the audience as well too, because that's what this is about. Your experiences, and you've gone through things, and we're here to learn. We're here to learn from each other, find the common ground, and really get to know each other. Like I said in the beginning of the show, like, I want to get to know you more. I'm going to be working with him. I'll talk about that later. I'm going to be working with him, and I think this is a great opportunity. But if not, no worries, no pressure.
No, I can kind of tell you a little bit of a quicker version of it, but I'll tell you like the gist of it. So. I've been drumming since I was 4, but I've also been in marching band since I was in 7th grade. So I was in this high school, realistically, my dad put me in like a drum and fife corps, and I was like a little 4th grader carrying around 20-pound cymbals, marching.
Jesus.
It was terrible. Passing out. It was
passing out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't. Maybe a little bit of child
trauma,
but I'm holding these cymbals, and my dad's like, come on, we got a mile and a half left, kid.
Oh,
and I'm
my God.
Like,
barely holding on.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, listen, it gave me a great foundation. I, in 7th grade, joined the high school marching band, and I was in throughout all of my high school career, 8th grade as well.
Okay.
And I was in it from the beginning. So I did indoor season, I did an outdoor season. So those are during the summer of school, we have outdoor shows, which is like the whole brass, and you have color guard. And then during the winter, it's indoor, so it's like only percussion.
Oh.
And we're marching around, we're doing all that stuff. So basically, I was doing that all my career, and then junior year, the last day of junior year, I decided to just be a kid and make a stupid decision. And there was a girl that wanted to drive home with me. I'll skip some of the details, but she was driving in a car next to me. We kind of were going pretty quick, and as I was trying to turn around a corner, she was not stopping. She wasn't slowing down either. So, instead of hitting her, I kind of went off a little cliff in Maryland, off the back roads, and hit a tree head on. Jesus. And I actually ended up shattering my L4 and my L5, and I completely crunched my spine, my lower back. And so I shrunk about an inch. Yeah, man. So, but yeah, I got in that accident. It was kind of crazy. It was a huge, experience going through the whole ambulance rides to, going to a hospital where I was supposed to go to my mom's hospital because she's a nurse. Yeah. But they ended up taking me 45 minutes to a different hospital because it was a back injury. Then they wanted to evac me out because it was they thought it was going to be too extreme. Then the weather was too bad, so then I had to take a 3-hour drive in an ambulance.
Jesus.
With a broken back, strapped down. It was
in pain the whole time.
And I was 16, so they couldn't give me any drugs or morphine. Couldn't give me anything because I wasn't with my parents. So I was just in so much pain there. And to be honest, Victor, the craziest thing was I was even more apologetic. I was like, I am so sorry to inconvenience every single one of you here. They're like, dude, it's our job. I'm like, I know, but you guys are probably hanging out. Like, I'm Ben. Nice to meet you. I'm literally shaking hands with everybody. Like, as I'm like in so much pain, I'm like trying to be like as almost like a coping. Like I was coping like over social, right? Whatever. Yeah. And then, fast forward, I end up getting to Johns Hopkins at 7 a.m. The accident happened at 8 p.m. So 7 a.m. throughout everything, finally got to there. And yeah, man, I basically, the doctor said it was going to probably be a year recovery. And it was really detrimental to me because this year was my year to run the drum line.
Oh,
it was my senior year. I was ready. That was like what I've been waiting for, to run this band. And being the drum captain is a huge thing. It's like, it's a great honor, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, the doctor said it would be about a year. This happened the last day of my junior year of high school. And I was back on the field in 3 months.
Yeah.
Marching.
Yeah.
With a drum.
3 months?
3 months.
3 months? Wait, hold on, because these things are heavy. So, you hurt your back. Mm-hmm. How are you doing this, man?
So the doctor said that, one, what it must be, how great it is to be young.
Yeah.
And they also said my back was so compressed from my muscles that I I'm sorry, not compressed. My back was already so supported by the muscles that I gained from already holding the drums for so long that my muscles my bones just compressed and they just grew back. So I just shrunk an inch. That's all I kind of, a little bit.
Yeah. I got you.
But yeah.
Oh my God. Well, first off, I'm so sorry. Jesus. But that makes you a trooper. That makes you a warrior, goddammit.
Yeah, no, I mean, man, those nights by myself in the basement and like being in pain so much. Like my mom, also, she's a nurse, so she didn't let me use any pain medicines because she's seen the repercussions. So I was raw dogging just pain, man, for like,
God damn, man.
Pain in the back for sure, real quick. Yeah.
It's interesting. You mentioned some good words there. Coping. I wanted to ask, because a lot of us sometimes we use things to kind of cope with what we're going through in life, be it an injury, be it an experience or something like that. And how did you cope with the pain, with not being able to lead the marching band? I mean, you were the guy.
in full my whole, I wanted to get better. Like having that goal of being like, no, I'm going to be that guy. Like, this is not going to stop me. It was almost like I had another friend that also was a great musician as well.
Yeah.
And we were both in the same grade. And so like, not saying that this was the reason, but like him also in the back of my head having to do it as well. Like he was also wanting to be the drum leader. So like having it like almost like pushed me. I'm like, okay, well, I want to be it too. Like I can't sit here. I need to like have the determination to be able to push myself. Like, so every day I was trying to walk. Every day I was getting up and like taking one step further, 1% every day.
That commitment, that persistence, man.
Yeah, it was, sitting in the dark, and there was nights where there was like thunderstorms, and I remember like it was so hard to sleep, man. It was just, I mean, broken back is not the most comfortable thing.
Knock on wood, I've never broken anything on my body. Let's keep it that way.
That's good.
But, you know, it has gotten you stronger. You're here today. You're standing strong. You know, like in video games, right? You lose, you get back up and you try again. You know, you get hurt, you heal, and you're even stronger. Did that mentally make you stronger as an individual, but also like, did you come back even better for your performances and your music? Did that have any impact and drive to come back even better? Yeah,
I would say definitely. Yeah. It definitely gave me just also hearing the coaches or the drumline techs going, this guy. Yeah. They would swear, but they would say, this mother has a broken back, and your guys are sitting down.
That's right.
Like it felt good. Like, I mean, like there was times where, man, it was hard, man. I'd be in pain, and I'd be able to, you know, they'd definitely let me take my drum off if I was, you know,
right.
the one.
Yeah.
I was, you know, so, but yeah, definitely pushed me. Definitely got me to where I wanted. Gave me that resilience. Gave me that determination, and gave me, I would say, a really good mindset, because I had a lot of supportive friends. I had a lot of people like behind me. The whole band was like, get well, all this stuff. So it almost like felt like there was a lot of people that were counting, or were counting on me. So I just felt like I didn't want to let anybody down. So and myself as well, myself included, because I was like sitting there, I'm like, I worked for this for like 8 years. I'm not letting myself go out like this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Damn, bro. I appreciate you sharing this story. I really do. And I think lots of people can take a lot from this story, from this resilience and building stuff up. And I mean, like, look at you, man. You're standing strong here today. We're gonna fast forward a little bit to today, but like, I wasn't joking. Like, this guy has been through some stuff and like just knows a lot. And you know, he's here today. He's stronger than ever before. He is building something else too. This podcast studio, man.
Yeah.
This guy, man. What's it like? Because we're in his studio right now, man. This is his baby. Look at this.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, you know, it's something that I don't think I ever really planned for, man. I went to school. So after like, I wanted to go to school for engineering, environmental engineering. I was really good with math and science, and I wasn't very good at history or English or writing. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll do something like with I love the environment as well. Huge, environment. Go environment. I don't know.
Green.
Yeah, go green. Yeah. Save the turtles. Yeah, there you go. But I ended up sitting in a cubicle, and I built a robot by myself. Like there was literally, the whole point of it was being in a cubicle, and you had to sit there and build a robot, you know, solder, do all this stuff. And I looked around, and I was like, I don't like this. Like, I like talking to people. This is not what I want to do. So I then changed it over. My mom suggested, we moved here from Maryland, and she's like, hey, you should try getting a job at the hotel. Walked into the hotel, introduced myself, was very, very, bubbly, me. And they're like, hey, we're looking for a bellman position. And so I was like, bellman? I've never done that. I also just moved to Florida, wasn't aware that there was so much money here. So
Florida, man.
Yeah. So I basically became a bellman, started meeting so many people.
There you go.
Finding like that my personality was very different, welcoming people by their names, remembering their names, like huge things. And they're like, oh my gosh. Like, and so then I kind of changed my major to hospitality, and I really enjoyed that. And then I got another opportunity from the hotel into almost like a staffing agency, which was weird. It was more so like calling people and trying to get them to work for this. It was like a haircut salon or something like that. I don't even know. But basically the hotel led me to that, which then led me to my first producing job, I guess.
All right.
And that was where I really fell in love with doing this. And like, I was like, man, this is like such a great idea. There's so many people that could use this. And like, also, there's a lot of people that just don't know things. And if I was able to just say, hey, let me give you some advice, or let me coach you on this, let me help you with this, it makes like a huge difference. I think having someone behind your corner, giving you like that extra push, because sometimes it's hard to believe in yourself.
100%.
Sometimes self-doubt is everywhere. You're always constantly second guessing yourself. You're always constantly having something compared to, right? Comparison is that thief of joy, right? So it's like, if you have someone going, yeah, okay, sure, there's a podcast like that, but you have something different. I've never met someone like you. I've never seen someone like you, how you can run a crowd, how you can take it, whatever the case, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's where really, you can go to a bunch of different podcast studios, or there's different studios in general, but I really think having someone in your corner that believes in you is what makes us different here.
God damn it. That's another clip. Oh my God, man. You are speaking... you're speaking facts, man. You're speaking like real, truthful, honestly, and like it
this is good.
Me. Yeah,
this is nice to actually be able. I'm like, man, I think I have some nuggets in here. So I appreciate you allowing me to come on and.
I appreciate you, man. This is I've gotten to know you so much, and I feel that that energy from you. That hospitality background and stuff. Yet another thing that this man has done. I mean, working at hotels, you must have seen and talked to a lot of people.
I mean, I could tell you hotel stories for days, because all I can say was my hotel that I worked at had a convention center, and they had some insane. But that is where that is where I learned to not judge a book by its cover. That was where I learned that, and I love going work. If I could give you a piece of advice, is go out there and try things. Go right. And find what is your passion. Because if you sit there and just think about it, you could do it, and you're just like, wait, this is not anything that I'd want to do. Go experience those. Go work in a restaurant. Feel the customer service. Yeah. Feel how people can be treated, or how or what works better, or things like
breathing
that.
down your neck.
Exactly. Like go and do try, and you'll find the more you try, the more you'll find. Yeah,
man. There's a lot to unpack there. I mean, just the self-doubt topic alone, even walking here to record this episode today. This is the first episode of season 4 of my podcast. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, why are you forcing yourself to do this if you don't want to do it? You're not going to put the time in. No, but that's the self-doubt talking, and you just being here, like, this is an inspiration for the rest of the season. I kid you not, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, seriously. I was nervous at first to do this, but like you said, there is someone that believes in you. Someone believes in you. No matter who that person is, it could be your next door neighbor, it could be your teacher, your counselor, or a friend, or someone you just met. Like, I just met this dude, and he's been inspiring me, and I hope you guys are being inspired by this conversation too. We're going to start to wrap things up, but I feel like there was a lot of golden nuggets in this episode.
This was great. Bro. No, I thought this was great. I'm actually very honored right now I'm going to be your first episode of season 4, which is pretty cool. Right. I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to start it.
Oh my God, you're setting the tone for the rest of the season. like people better step up now. No, we have some awesome guests coming. Before I start to wrap up the show, I just want to do like a little bit of rapid fire.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Yeah.
I got Oficial over here. Got the papers on deck. Listen, first game you ever loved? You have one?
First game I ever loved. Ooh, oh man. Okay, I'm bringing it back to backyard baseball, baby.
Backyard baseball.
You remember that?
No, I don't.
Oh, do you remember that? Oh,
my
Backyard Baseball was like a PC game, and they're actually rebooting it. And
No way.
Yeah, they're rebooting it, man.
We gotta play.
Basically, you just had different rosters and different kids. There was one guy named Pablo Sanchez. He was this big old chunky little kid, and he had a baseball cap, and he always just hit homers. And that was probably one of the first games that I remember leaving school and being like, oh, I cannot wait to play Backyard Baseball.
I got you. Okay, I got to play that. I got to check that out. I got to YouTube it. All right. Next question. Game soundtrack that still slaps if you have one. Or if you don't have a game one, album that still slaps. You know, like one of your favorite albums. Let's go there. Let's go there. Do you have a really good album that still slaps?
Man, a good album. I mean, BioShock is pretty cool.
BioShock has a great soundtrack.
I
it's
just
amazing.
thought like the whole, 50s, 40s vibes. I just
smoking a cigar.
Yeah,
like the piano, the jazzy.
Jazzy. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's another one? I mean,
or you can name just a regular band album. That's also you're a musician guy, man. You gotta know some.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love. There's so much music that
or a song. All right, a song that still slaps.
A song that still slaps. I'm gonna go with, because I just heard it the other day, "Jump" by Van Halen.
Jump by Van Halen.
You know that one?
No. Yeah.
Gotta jump. Anyways, that's a good one.
I'm gonna put that in the show.
I think it's Van Halen.
Yeah, I'm gonna close out the show with that song. Can we do
yeah. Now I gotta make sure, because I'm gonna really, I'm pretty sure it's by Van Halen. Yeah.
It's called Jump.
Jump.
All right, yo.
I can't play it, but you'll know. You'll be like, oh, I know that song. That was the first song I drove to.
The first song you drove to? Oh wow, that's like a good core memory.
Yeah. I remember putting it on, and I'm like, this is the first song. I said to myself when I heard this song, I was like, I want to drive to this song.
Nice, and
I did.
Let's go, man. What was my first song? I don't even know. Next question. Do you have a game or a character that like best represents you? Any fictional character?
Ooh, that best represents me.
Yeah, it could be a superhero. It could be a character from a game.
Wow. I
So
don't
much
know.
for rapid fire.
No, I know. I know. I should have thought of it, but realistically, the one that comes right into my mind. I mean, I love Spider-Man for sure.
Okay.
He's good, but man, Ratchet and Clank, man, I was a huge Ratchet and Clank fan, and Ratchet was just a nice guy. He just always was trying to do well around the world, and he had a buddy, a robot buddy. So I don't know.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
One last question before I wrap things up. Any advice you would give to someone that's stuck in life right now? That is going through it. Just need a little bit of inspiration. Like any last wise words from Ben over here, man?
I'll give you two things. One thing is, there are so many things happening in this world, and I think you really got to stop and look and appreciate those little things.
Mm-hmm.
Take a second to, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock comes around, look up at the sky and see the different colors of blue. And then understand that blue has come from like all those different, variations. It's all up in the sky right there. And another thing is, you're not alone. There's a lot of times where you will feel alone, and you will feel like you're the only one struggling or going through something. But I can promise you right now, being in this field and learning and listening to so many people, it's like we are way similar than we are different in so many ways. So those are my two nuggets for this.
That's another clip. God damn it, man. This was great, man.
Yeah, no, dude, I had a great time. Thank you so much for this. And hey, you did a great job over there, man.
Yo, shout out to Eric, man.
Yeah, shout out to Eric, man, for real.
The background dude, the camera's like he was.
No, I'm like over here looking. I'm like, oh man, he's doing a great job. So yeah.
Where can people find you, man? What shout out the podcast studio. Shout out your Instagram.
All right.
Pimp yourself out.
All right, we got a couple things. So
let's do it.
We are here shooting in Podcast Junkies, JUNKEEZ Studios here in Boca Raton. If you ever want to shoot a podcast or have your show produced by me, or Victor,
be
we let us know. More than happy to help. You can follow me on Instagram, Benjamin558. I also have a YouTube, Been There, Done That. So that's been going out. And then, if you don't mind, can I shout out my gig that's coming up?
Do it all, man.
So I'm in a couple bands, which is crazy. I'm in a tropical punk band called Ras. I'm in another band called
This guy, man. 3 bands.
Another band called The Pleasures. And The Pleasures, we have a gig August 9th. We are playing at Tim Finnegan's from 8 to 11:30. It's going to be an amazing show. We got a lot of people coming out, so we'd love to see you guys there. And then
I'm gonna be there.
And then we have another band that I've recently started. Yeah, it's crazy. Squids. There's so much. Anyways, but yeah, that's a little bit of it. All right.
You're amazing, man. You're amazing.
Thanks. This was fun, man.
This was a lot of fun. Truly speaking. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please follow me across the whole social media landscape at Infinite Lives and Games, except the Twitch, which is twitch.tv/SethInfinite. Currently, I am playing Crash 4. It is a hell of a nightmare doing these time trials, the dev time trials. If you want to see me suffer through that, every Sunday and Thursday evenings, I am doing that currently. But also, stop by. I'm also playing a bunch of other stuff, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals. Just a good time, man. I'm always doing challenges, trying to 100% games. Just like my little brother always used to watch me, just kind of in the background, like, you don't really have to suffer like this, Victor. Like, you can do it this way, or
I like that pain.
No, I love it. And again, this season is going to be off the chain. And Ben, man, you set the tone, man. People got a high bar to get up to, but I believe in them. I
appreciate you, Victor. This was great. I'm cannot wait till this gets out and we share it everywhere. So it's gonna be great.
All right, and make sure to follow again, like I said, all the social medias, Infinite Lives and Games. This is gonna be on YouTube. The first one on YouTube. I can't wait. I can't wait to see my reactions. But as always, guys, I want you guys to stay healthy, stay safe, and of course, stay infinite.
Woo!